Now, the future of athletics and extracurricular activities at Perrysburg Schools on the line today as voters decide on a levy request from the district. Silver Barker joins us live. She's at Toth Elementary School, one of the polling locations where voters have been coming in and out all day. Silver?
Yes, Jeff, that's right. Coming in and out. So far, poll workers say there's been over roughly 700 people who have come in to vote today, and it's quite a larger turnout than what they've seen in previous elections of this sort. Now, on the ballot this fall, an $11 million emergency levy from Perrysburg School District. The district says it would generate that funding over the next 5 years. Back in July, the school board approved a proposal for a $7.84 million tax levy to make it happen. The school board says if it fails, all extracurriculars and athletics would be eliminated at the junior high and high school. This push follows more than $6 million in budget cuts and a failed replacement levy last November.
We both feel it's important to vote. I'm 78 and I've never missed voting since I was eligible, and when I was in the Army in Germany and Vietnam, my parents made sure I got an absentee ballot sent to me so I could vote overseas, and I've never missed voting in my entire life.
It's very important to vote today. I grew up in Perrysburg. I went to Perrysburg Schools. I actually lived right across the street from this elementary school that I grew up in, and I find it so important to vote for our community, for the students, for the families that raise their children here, Perrysburg Schools, and this wonderful community.
Now, it was quite busy earlier here today. They're certainly seeing crowds coming in this building. They say that most poll workers say that before lunchtime or just around lunchtime and early in the morning was when they seen the most people come in. However, they still are open and there is still time to come here and vote. They say they're not closing until 7:30 tonight. Reporting live in Perrysburg, Silver Barker, WTOL 11.
Well, 7 candidates are running for 4 Maumee City Council seats. Steve Iwanek is at Maumee Middle School, where hundreds have headed to vote there today. Steve, this has been quite the journey to get here.
Kaylee, that's putting it lightly. Let's remember that for most of these candidates, they were part of a recall effort earlier this year to remove most of City Council and Mayor Jim McDonald. Now, that recall was shot down by the state Supreme Court, but still, for many of the candidates left in this race, they are fighting for change. The 4 seats up for grabs are those of Councilman John Fiskus, Phil Leinbach, Josh Harris, and Margot Puffenberger. Fiskus and Leinbach are seeking another term. Harris and Puffenberger are not. Chelsea Ziss is also on council, but she replaced former Councilman Scott Noonan, who resigned in July. Now, if she wins, she will get a 4-year term, and a new person would be appointed following the election to replace Noonan's seat. If she doesn't, she keeps her seat, but has to run again next year. The other candidates include Isaiah Gonzalez, Andrew Hughey, Dave Peppelmeyer, and Scott Sund. Sund was a city employee for over 30 years. Gonzalez is a contractor. Peppelmeyer is a real estate agent, and Hughey is a data analyst at Bowling Green State University. Now, polls will be closing at 7:30. However, if you are still in line, you will still be able to vote. And following the polls closing tonight, we will keep you updated all throughout the night as results come our way. But for now, here in Maumee, Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.
Way to get through it, Stevie.
It's a little chilly out there right now, too.
Well, you and I have both been there.
Oh,
You get choked up and you have to get through the report.
Yeah. The Steve Iwanek there with that report. Well, you heard it. Polls are open in Ohio until 7:30, 8:30 in Michigan. Once they close, you can count on us to bring you the results. Be sure to tune in tonight at 11 o'clock on WTOL 11 to watch the results live. We will also have the results on our website.